Well, hello. Welcome to the Playbook. And this channel is about one thing: understanding how money works. Not investment tricks, not get-rich-quick schemes. Just how money actually works. Now, I've spent decades watching people build wealth, and I've watched far more people fail to build any wealth at all. The interesting thing, it's not because the poor people are stupid or unlucky or living in the wrong country. There's something else going on, something fundamental, something almost nobody understands. So today, we're going to answer the most basic question of all. Why do people invest? Not how, not what strategies work best, just why. Because if you get this right, everything else becomes simple. Section 1, the trap. Imagine two young people, both smart, both hard-working. Let's call them Sarah and Michael. Sarah gets a job. She earns $50,000 a year. Excellent salary. Top 20% of income in her country. She's thrilled. Finally, she can buy the things she always wanted. So what does Sarah do? She spends every dollar she earns. Actually, she spends slightly more than that. Credit cards, easy to swipe. Michael takes the same job, same salary, same starting point. But Michael does something different. Every month, Michael earns $4,166. He spends $3,166, and he puts $1,000 aside in an account he doesn't touch. This is the difference. This is the entire difference. Not intelligence, not luck, not talent, not who has better genes or better parents. $1,000 per month, that's all. That's all the separation that matters. Now, Sarah thinks Michael is crazy. Why would you suffer now for something so uncertain in the future? Why not enjoy life while you're young? And here's the trap. Sarah's thinking sounds reasonable. It sounds wise. It sounds like she understands life. But she's wrong. See, most people think this way, and most people end up with nothing. Section 2, the treadmill. I was reading something years ago, I can't remember who wrote it, but it said, most people spend their entire lives running harder and harder on a treadmill, only to realize at the end that they never actually went anywhere. This is Sarah. She's been working for 30 years. Her salary has increased. It's now $80,000. Excellent. She's accomplished something. She's worked hard. She's climbed the ladder. But her life costs $80,000 to run. How is this possible? It's called lifestyle inflation. As your income increases, your expenses increase at nearly the same rate. Maybe you buy a nicer car, a bigger house, better restaurant dinners, a vacation abroad once a year. So at 30 years old, Sarah has no savings. At 40, Sarah still has no savings. At 50, Sarah still has no savings. She's trapped. She needs to work until 65, maybe 70, just to survive. And she doesn't even realize she's in a trap. She thinks she's successful because she's earning good money. But earning money and keeping money are two different things. And here's the thing that makes this tragic. It's completely avoidable, but almost nobody avoids it. Do you know why? Because the benefit is in the future. And we're terrible at valuing the future. Your brain is wired for immediate gratification. You evolved in an environment where tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. So taking care of today made sense. Eat the food when you have it. Spend the money when you have it, because it might be gone tomorrow. But tomorrow is now guaranteed, at least statistically. You're likely to live another 30, 40, maybe 50 years, and your brain hasn't caught up to this reality. This is where investing comes in. Section 3, Sarah versus Michael at 55. Let's pause the story here. Both Sarah and Michael are now 55 years old. Sarah has been earning good money for 35 years. Her net worth? Close to zero. Maybe she owns a house with a mortgage, but liquid savings, investments? Nothing. Michael put aside $1,000 per month for 35 years. He didn't make brilliant investment picks. He just put it somewhere that grew over time. He didn't get lucky. He didn't hit some home run. He just waited. And now at 55, Michael has something real, something that generates its own income. Michael can now choose to work or not work. That's the difference between Michael and Sarah. Not intelligence, not income, not luck. Michael has choices. Sarah doesn't. You see, when you invest, you're not trying to get rich. I want to be clear about this. You're not trying to own yachts or private jets. That's not the game. You're trying to build something that generates income without you. And once you have that, once you have even a modest stream of income coming in without you working for it, everything changes. You can negotiate better at work because you don't desperately need the job. You can leave a bad relationship because you're not financially dependent. You can say no to bad deals, bad people, bad situations. You bought your freedom back. This is why people invest. Section 4, the real reason. I want you to hear this clearly because most people get this wrong. People don't invest to become billionaires. They don't invest to beat the market. They don't invest because they love stock charts or financial news. People invest because they want their life back. Think about what money really is. Money is freedom. Money is time. Money is choice. When you're forced to work a job you hate because you need the paycheck, that's prison. It doesn't matter how nice the cell is. It doesn't matter if you have a good salary. If you can't leave, you're trapped. But the person who has saved money, the person who has built investments, that person is free. Michael at 55 can walk into his boss's office and say no. Sarah cannot. Michael can spend a month visiting family. Sarah cannot. Michael can pursue work he actually cares about, even if it pays less. Sarah cannot. Michael can retire early if he wants. Sarah will work until her body breaks down. This is not theory. This is not motivation. This is observable reality. The difference between Michael and Sarah isn't that Michael was smarter. It's that Michael understood something Sarah didn't. Your time is your most valuable asset. And the only way to buy your time back is to build something that works for you while you sleep. That something is called investing. Section 5. Why most people don't do this. Now you might ask, if this is so simple, why doesn't everyone do this? And that's the question that matters. The answer is this. Your brain hates delayed gratification. Your brain looks at your paycheck and says, this is real. This is now. This is something you can touch and spend today. So you spend it. Your brain looks at investing and says, this is uncertain. This is future. This is abstract. What if I need it? This whispering, this doubt, this is your enemy. Not because your brain is stupid, but because your brain evolved for a different world, a world where tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. In that world, saving was foolish, spending was survival. But in this world where you probably have 40 years left, spending everything is the slowest path to desperation, and not investing is choosing that path deliberately. Most people choose that path. Most people end up like Sarah, not because they're bad people, but because they listen to their brain whispering doubt. Section 6, the choice. So here's what I want you to understand. You're going to have to choose. Not today, maybe, but soon. You're going to have to choose between Sarah's path and Michael's path. Sarah, spend everything you earn. Feel good now. Work until you die. Michael, spend a little less now. Feel uncomfortable now. Have freedom later. Both are valid choices. Both are yours to make. Nobody can force you. But understand this, the choice has consequences, real consequences, not abstract someday consequences, real freedom or real desperation. The purpose of this channel is to help you understand those choices clearly, so when you make yours, you make it with your eyes open. Next week, we're going to talk about what happens when you do choose to invest. We're going to talk about something called compound interest and why it's the most powerful force in building wealth. Until then, think about Michael and Sarah. Think about which one you want to be.